Texas A&M is 8-0 for the first time since 1992 as we welcome you to the SEC on ABC, presented by Burger King. Faroe Field at Memorial Stadium, a big one in the SEC here. Number 3 next to that name for the Aggies. Their highest college football playoff ranking ever for Texas A&M. The Aggies, undefeated, number 3 in the country. Can they stay that way? As Marcel Reed will bring out the Aggies offense. Running back, he has stepped up with Moss out. They'll get it into space to Concepcion, the dangerous KC Concepcion. Our impact players are built by the Home Depot.
Well, A&M is dynamic at wide receiver this year. Mario Craver coming in from Mississippi State, so good after the catch. You just saw Concepcion on that last one. Defensively, Katie mentioned this earlier, talking to Elko, Zion Young and Damon Wilson, excellent off the edge. Texas A&M can't double team both guys, but they got to be able to keep Marcel Reed standing up.
After the 8-yard reception, Concepcion, this one is off the hands of Mario Craver. In at running back for the Aggies. And Smith will take it ahead, and that extra fight will get the first down for Texas A&M.
I've been really impressed.
Reed on first down. He quickly gets it out. And the quick out was caught by Nyblack, one of the tight ends we'll see today. 2nd and 6, empty look, pressure off the edge as Reed spins out of it and then just has to launch it, throwing it away. It was Wilson coming after Reed.
The transfer from Georgia that time.
3rd and 6. Reed. That ball was well off the mark. It fluttered towards Concepcion, and Hall had coverage, and a penalty flag is down.
Pass interference. Defense, number 0. Ball be placed in spot of the foul. Automatic, first down.
Well, the call is on Stephen Hall, the Washington State transfer.
So the penalty will put the ball at midfield for the Aggies. And trying to spin for extra yardage, but struggling to get back to the line of scrimmage was Morrow, tackled by Kitchen.
This is a very violent.
2nd and 10. Here's Craver. As Craver stepped out of bounds as he darted ahead. The 3rd down from there.
It's been interesting watching.
Morrow on the ground on 3rd and 4, and he is stacked up against the middle of that defense. It was Sterling Webb and the rest of the interior deep just around the 10-yard line as White looks to pin them. And the fair catch is made at the 9. So welcome to the big time, Matt Zoller's first career college start. He was a big-time recruit.
Game to give him an opportunity to push the ball downfield.
And also lean on this guy, Ahmad Hardy. 4th leading rusher in the country, is showing you what he's all about. What a great opening play by Mizzou to go to Hardy and do that 40-yard run. Cannot have a better start for a true freshman quarterback making his first start than to have your star running back rip that off as we look at the impact players.
Yeah, and you hit it on the head, Joe. When you're talking about Missouri's success offensively, it has to start with Hardy. They've got to be able to get him going in this game. Kevin Coleman at receiver is their most explosive playmaker on offense. Cassius Howell, one of the best pass rushers in all of college football, and Torian York at the linebacker for the Aggies is just a tackling machine.
To Texas A&M. They go with the jet motion with Kevin Coleman. Anytime they can get him into space, it's a good thing.
Well, what's also good is that they're keeping this 3rd down.
Zoller's on 3rd down. As it's incomplete, well beyond Alubade, who was covered by Will Lee. But Connor Wesselman will just try to pin this nose down back rotation. And with that, the fair catch at the 10-yard line.
Enjoying his beverage.
Texas A&M back on offense. Marcel Reed drives the ball to his big tight end, Nate Borkacher.
I really like
Theo Mellon-Orstrom.
Yeah,
the big Swede with the catch there.
I like the decision.
Keep it on the ground here with Morrow, who the coaches are thrilled with how he has really stepped up in recent weeks. Well, 2 touchdowns against LSU.
Yeah, these linebackers fodder to make the tackle.
Flag back at the 12.
Foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense, number 9. 15-yard penalty. Added the end of the run. First down.
That's Zion Young, the excellent defensive end.
Well, after
on first down, Reed trying to get it to Morrow out of the backfield. It's incomplete. Second and 10. Ruben Owens, as Owens will just work behind Trey Zune.
Well, you mentioned Trey Zune.
Here's third down and 6. Reed. And it was incomplete and then nearly intercepted off the deflection, as Casey Concepcion was the intended target. And we stress this Mizzou White on to punt. And it is a knuckler. And the fair catch by Kevin Coleman. True freshman quarterback Bo Prabula. He is out injured. But Katie, they're still working together, aren't they?
They are, Tess, with offensive coordinator Kirby Moore.
Second and 9. Zollers got it out quickly, but it was thrown to the outside of Jude James. Brett Norfleet is the starting tight end.
As to who's coming and who's not.
Now, typically it's number 9, Cassius Howell, who's coming after him. Zollers on third and 9. It's incomplete beyond Joshua Manning. Coverage by Des Ricks.
Really nice job by Des Ricks. And
that spectacular 79-yarder against LSU. Here's Wesselman's punt. Instead, a fair catch just beyond the 40-yard line. So Matt Zollers, the true undefeated Texas A&M. Defensive battle early on here at Mizzou. Concepcion on the run as he gets it just beyond the 45-yard line.
Joe, you and I were talking.
Second and 5. Reed gets the ball out quickly, and Concepcion able to turn that corner and move the chains.
Nice job by Reed that time. Just a little bit diff on when to stay in the pocket and make a good throw. He did there.
That's a big part of his development. Here is Craver in space, utilizes a block, and Mario Craver darting down the sideline.
Well, you mentioned it. They get great blocks down the field, and Terry Bussey's out in front of him at wide receiver. They start.
Reed, as he connects and hooks up with Nate Borkacher, who ran for a touchdown last game out at LSU.
Well, we saw this play already.
For the undefeated Aggies. Reed. Out of the backfield is Owens, who goes ahead for that line to gain.
Been really impressed with Ruben Owens. It really has been a tailback by committee approach.
Owens straight ahead, first and goal, Texas A&M.
I think whenever you get down and
louder end with the Mizzou fans. Shuffled ahead, but just short as a flag is down and Ruben Owens is taken down. Trotter made a good tackle.
There is no foul for a face mask. Second down.
I want you to watch the incredible job Josiah.
Good beat right there on that slip tackle. Second and goal. Owens tackled for a loss. This outstanding front of Mizzou.
Well, Naboo got beat again that time. It was Sterling Webb getting.
Reed to the end zone. Touchdown Aggies. Ashton Bethel Roman.
Fantastic job and a really good route by Ashton Bethel. Rome puts Texas A&M on the board.
Bond adds the extra point. Ashton Bethel Roman had a spectacular one-hand. Jared Zirkle kicking away. As we take a look at our good hands play brought to you by Allstate.
Well, Cassius Howell, 3.
They go with the reverse as Kevin Coleman is able to weave his way for just maybe a couple of yards. You mentioned Cassius Howell, he's able to get home. Well, he literally. 2nd and 8, Zollers. Downfield strike. What a catch by Alumide! Donovan Alumide over Des Ricks.
Well, it's a little bit of a quick count. Everybody's staring. And Auburn as well. That's going to be a flag on that play, Joe. They were trying the same thing. That sneaky clap the hands when the defense isn't ready, and that time it even fooled Ahmad Hardy.
Before the clock started, false start, offense, number 29, 5-yard penalty, first down.
On the heels of the 34-yard catch. As we start the second quarter here, a 1st and 15. Zollers, the freshman quarterback. Oh, that's dangerous. And immediately tackled was Joshua Manning. All right, let's go back to last year. Now, A&M played great, but obviously Mizzou unraveled after some early penalties. Zollers, ball came out. It was Cassius Howell, one of the best pass rushers in the entire country, making an impact. The rain was able to fall on it, and now 3rd and 24. A spot like this for Zollers, and he's going to pass. As he's going to run for a few yards beyond midfield. But these are the moments they...
Because when you do, it just makes you pay.
Wesselman punts away. Concepcion with the fair catch. Here is Craver as he was tracked right down the line, and it was Toriano Pride among others tracking Craver. Reed, quick strike and a connection to Theo Mellon Orstrom. His 4th year in the program, the guy they call Thor. 3rd down and 1. Smith straight ahead, and he dives ahead to move the chains as Newsom just got a piece of it.
Well, Newsom split 2 offensive line.
Play action, quick strike, and this is Concepcion, and you can see that burst he possesses.
Well, the play action there was really key as well because...
Pass. Owens will try to get to work here as he goes ahead for just a yard. Reed on 2nd and 9. That is batted at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. That was a good effort by Tristan Newsom to get up.
Holding, offense, number 54, 10-yard penalty, 7 down.
Penalties on Nebu, the starting center.
Yeah, well, he's playing right guard.
First quarter. Reed on 2nd and 19. Craver looking for any space he can find as he wiggles his way to the 42-yard line, tackled by McClellan.
Yeah.
Reed on 3rd and 15. Look at the time he has, but it's incomplete as he threw it in front of KC Concepcion.
Well, that's a throw that...
There. It's the first incompletion after his last 8 in a row that he had completed. Coleman from the 12. Coleman trying to shake his way for a little more, but that is where Missouri will take over. It's big news when it concerns Matt Zollers and what he's already tasked with this challenge today as Roberts takes it ahead. And then you consider
line to just keep Zollers standing up. You can't give up big hits like that.
2nd and 4. Roberts again, and what an effort to spin for all that extra yardage by Jamal Roberts going through Des Ricks.
Well, you're over and over.
First down. Keep it on the ground with Roberts, and Jamal Roberts with such a tough run.
And that is the exact same play. They get right back to it. This time a little bit of an
for Mizzou. Zollers. Incomplete. Penalty flag is down right near midfield. Jordan Harris, the intended target.
Yeah, it's going to be holding on Cassius Howell.
Holding defense, number 9. 10-yard penalty, the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Well, the last couple plays, they're running that out.
Play action. Zollers, the arm talent to go downfield, but just beyond the outstretched diving attempt of Kevin Coleman. And another penalty flag is down.
I think that calls on Tyreek Chappelle, number 7. You see him right there, exchanging some words with Kevin Coleman the other way. He's finally starting to get him.
A tackle for loss. Immediately, Damian Sanford was in defensively. He's in for the injured Scooby Williams. Second and 13. Zollers backing up. Tried to go underneath, and it's incomplete as James couldn't hold on to it. Torian York was there defensively.
Well, there's...
And keep it on the ground on 3rd and 13. Roberts trying to shake free, and he is taken down by Hayes and the rest of the pursuit. So the longer field goal attempt by Robbins. And it is no good.
And I think that was offsides by Texas A&M.
Offside, defense, number 4. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
And it still be 4th down. 80%. Can they convert here on 4th and 5? And it's incomplete as they tried to go to Alubade on the slant. So it's a turnover on downs. Missouri offense going with the pass game. Meanwhile, Marcel Reed with a touchdown pass. And thus the lead for the Aggies. Here's Morrow, true freshman himself, who's been coming on strong lately, tackled by Catalan.
Well, we've seen Nabu go.
Reed hits it to Craver as Craver cuts back in and will move the chains for the Aggies.
And I like that play call because that essentially.
Reed as he goes to his tight end Borkacher, grad transfer from Nebraska, had the game
every week.
Reed, such an effective scrambler as he cuts out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and short for the Aggies, utilizing his legs. So 3 for 6 on 3rd down today. 3rd and 2. Reed trying to direct traffic, and he is swarmed and taken down as the Mizzou defense does their job. That was from the shadows into the direct sunlight for Kevin Coleman, who secures the fair catch near the 17-yard line. Missouri with true freshman quarterback Matt Zollers only has 1 completion past the line of scrimmage so far today. With Jamal Roberts taking it straight ahead.
Jamal Roberts, conference's leading rusher, just 3 carries so far.
Back to Roberts. This time he is tackled for a 1-yard loss.
And that's a good idea by Texas over and over.
Mizzou is 0 for 4 on 3rd down. There was some movement up front, and it's incomplete. We'll see if it was offside there. That was 3rd and 6 as another penalty flag comes down.
Offside, defense, number 18. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
That's TJ Searcy, the Florida transfer, off the edge. Just a little bit of a...
Roberts on 3rd and 1 as he breaks free. Jamal Roberts with another big run for Mizzou. Zollers fading all the way back before he throws it away.
This is an interesting snap mechanism that we've seen for Missouri.
Zollers incomplete as he was trying to connect with Lloyd underneath.
Yeah, he's just never been able to get into a rhythm.
3rd down and 10. Oh, ball is out, and it's in the hands of Dalton Brooks. And what a disastrous turnover for Mizzou. A&M is knocking right on the door.
Damian
Smith straight ahead. Second effort will not get him there. Just a yard gained.
Wow,
Smith probing and scoring. E.J. Smith, gig 'em.
take a look at this block by Borkircher. You've got a tight end.
Randy Bond adds the extra point. And how quickly things can turn around.
A lot of heavyweight matchups here still to go in these next coming weeks.
We will see Alabama later tonight against LSU. And then Mizzou's just going to give it to Roberts here before halftime.
I think the biggest priority for Missouri moving ahead, Joe, is this game.
Zoller's going to take a shot downfield, but it's far beyond Joshua Manning out of bounds. And right now, it is a 2-touchdown lead for A&M against Jamal Roberts and the Tigers, as Roberts takes it ahead in the closing seconds here. But Mizzou will get the ball to start the second half. It is held on the kickoff because we have wind gusts in excess of 20 miles per hour. Demarion Folks on the return. And it's a good one by Folks. High-speed highlights are brought to you by T-Mobile. There was a holding call. A late flag came in at the end of the kick return. So Mizzou's backed up all the way to the 7-yard line. And they'll start on the ground with Hardy. Moments ago, Katie was with Eli Drinkwitz. Hardy again. Look at the traffic in the backfield as he is pushed back by Searcy.
Well, everything Coach Drinkwitz just said.
3rd and 11. As Roberts takes it ahead. It was a good surge, but it's going to be a yard and a half shy of that line to gain.
Well, and play, I think, a factor into head coach's decisions as the game goes on.
Wesselman against one of the best return men in the entire country as Concepcion lets it bounce out of bounds. A good punt by Connor Wesselman.
Second half.
Owens will start on the ground. Ruben Owens. A good run for a first down, tripped up by Marvin Burks.
Well, Owens really sets this up, and he
Owens. 16-yard run. Marcel Reed. That ball may have been tipped at the line of scrimmage.
It was, Joe. It was Chris McClellan doing it.
3 different centers they will rotate in. 2nd and 10. Owens again as he crosses midfield. It'll be 3rd down from there.
Well, it's so impressive again.
Quickly into space, Concepcion, blockers in front, and here he goes. KC says TD. A 48-yard touchdown by KC Concepcion.
Perfect look that Missouri gave.
Had your 315-pound versatile offensive lineman Trey Zune about 10 yards downfield, just looking for work. Section of the year. Who's going to take that trophy this year? Bounced and fielded by Folks at the 5-yard line. And he catches a nice seam as Folks brings it out past midfield.
Great job by Folks.
Oh, can they find a way? Zollers to Hardy. Hardy made the first man miss and then is run out of bounds near the 35-yard line.
Man, that was an incredible catch that time.
2nd and 5. He goes straight ahead. It's going to be about a yard and a half short of that line to gain. You know, you talk about a true freshman.
In the second half to make plays, and just when they show up, he's got to hit them.
3rd and 1, and it'll be a first down picked up by Hardy, who came in 4th in the country in rushing yards, averaging 100. Zollers play action. And it's incomplete as he couldn't connect with Joshua Manning, and Will Lee, the talented corner, was there defensively.
Well,
Hardy was met in the hole. That was Sanford, who made the play of the game with the tackle. Katie?
You're in 4-down territory right here.
Katie's reported on. Oh, he wasn't ready for the snap. And a flag comes in as Zollers was not prepared for that shotgun snap from Tollefson.
Yeah, it looked like Zollers was looking over at the sideline. Tollefson instead snapped it to him.
Offside. Defense, number 9. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
But they get bailed out on the penalty on Cassius Howell.
Oh, lucky. Cassius Howell.
Roberts, and he will have the first down. He is such a hard runner. We talk so much about Ahmad Hardy, but Jamal Roberts, Zollers only has 4 completions on the day, but the running game is working out well as Roberts takes it inside the 5, and they can rely on Hardy and Roberts.
Well, the best running off.
As he takes it ahead and still fighting for that goal line and finding it. Mizzou's on the board. The SEC championship game, but Mizzou trying to mount a comeback here as Robert Meyer hits the extra point. 12 of 14. 12 of 14 since that start. Here's Terry Bussey on the return as they get to him just beyond the 25-yard line. Of course, coming up tonight, it is A&M. Could they be putting themselves in a position to possibly meet up with Alabama? You look at those SEC standings, and there are the Aggies.
At Texas in a few weeks, you know that's going to be huge.
2nd and 7, Reed, as he connects with Bussey, who is wrapped up immediately and then gets an extra push at the end. Reed, 3rd down, scrambling to extend the play, and it's incomplete. It was Josiah Trotter tracking Marcel Reed. And now Tyler White, the first 3 and out for A&M today. It's a fake. They are faking it, and they've got it. And would you look at this? Dalton Brooks, who had the big play before halftime, with a run on a fake punt, and he absolutely gashes Mizzou.
What a gamble by head coach Mike Elko on the fake punt.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Give credit to Patrick Doherty, the special teams court. Reed after the fake punt, and it's incomplete. That was high for Bethel Roman.
I think this is a reason why. Very lucky that time. Dalen Carnell didn't catch it.
Jet motion as this is Craver weaving his way downfield as he's inside the 15-yard line, tackled by Burks.
It's so nice to be able to have.
Can Mizzou have an encore performance here? 3rd and 6. They set up the screen, and it's bobbled by Concepcion and incomplete. So after the fake punt put them in position, he's 2 field goals away from 70 in his career. And he puts it through. He's 2 away from the all-time record for field goals made at A&M, but the pig.
And then recently on the fake punt, 74 yards with the ball in his hands.
2 biggest plays of the game, and they come from their teams. Ahmad Hardy, as he's able to stretch it beyond the right tackle and then spins for a couple extra yards out to the 28.
And I know it's still here if you're Missouri.
Hardy, as he's wrapped up by Sanford. It was Sanford who had the forced fumble that was returned by Brooks. Matt Zollers only has 4 completions for 36 yards, and here he is on 3rd and 8. A-gap pressure, and the ball is thrown downfield beyond the reach of Olubade as Damian Sanford was heat-seeking missile on
it again here.
And Wesselman on to punt for the 5th time today. As it takes a Mizzou bounce and is fielded off the hop by Concepcion. And now it is time for today's. It's interesting you think about A&M, one of the true power programs, and yet they don't have all that championship pedigree to speak of. I mean, really one of the blue bloods, one of the
ball back in 1998. I remember that win they had against Kansas State.
Short pitch to Owens, who was tackled for a loss immediately by Young.
Remember Kansas State went into that one? They were #1, I think, in the BCS
game in '98, but that could soon change if they finish this season the way they want to. 3rd and 9. Reed downfield, complete to Craver.
Really nice job by E.J. Smith in pass protection. Everybody up front.
As we start this 4th quarter with number 3 Texas A&M up by 17. Reed, as he gets it complete to Bethel Roman, ball is out, and pouncing on it right away is Marvin Burks.
It was Mose Phillips who forces that fumble for Missouri.
With true freshman quarterback Matt Zollers. Play action as he's going to take a shot off the turnover. Kevin Coleman had to turn around and try to get
Zollers anything.
Zollers only has 4 completions. He's been sacked twice as they try to pivot and get it into the hands of Roberts, who is taken down by Ricks.
And so you know.
3rd and 9. Here comes pressure on Zollers, who somehow gets it downfield to Olubade. Flag is down at the 38-yard line. As Olubade.
Pass interference, defense, number 4. Penalties decline, results of the play, 1st down.
The emerging freshman receiver.
Stay with it.
28-yard reception, and now Roberts with a stiff arm and a 1st down for Mizzou.
And this is why you can keep up with the run game still, because they get explosive plays.
Roberts on 1st down as he falls ahead for a gain of about 1.5 yards, maybe 2.
And Dayan Hayes, the transfer from Colorado that time, making a stop. And
2nd and 9. Zollers gets the ball out quickly and gets it complete. And Johnson has a 1st down, and maybe now some confidence bubbling up with the true freshman quarterback.
Yeah, a nice throw in the outside shoulder of Johnson.
Hardy on 1st down. He is tackled for a loss as he is brought down by Oniedem.
This is the 2nd time on his own play we've seen
emerging talent this year. Zollers downfield he goes, but it's well overthrown beyond Manning.
Well, it's a double move by Manning.
3rd and 12. Zollers with time, drives the ball inside the 10, but it's incomplete.
And that actually the 1st time on 3rd down.
9 yards out. And he's able to put it through. So a 49-yard field goal. Back 20 years, it was Fred who was bringing Sports Center to the troops around the world, and we thank him for his service and his leadership for us as well. Terry Bussey on the return. Well, how we've arrived at 20. Morrow, as he's probing the middle of that line. Remember, Le'Veon Moss, the star running back, he suffered an ankle injury last month against Florida. 2nd and 6. As Concepcion able to turn the corner, it'll be 3rd and short.
And it's also nice to be.
3rd and 3. Reed. Well, here you go, Jesse. And there's a 1st down.
And a nice decision, because he's trying to work through his progression.
Morrow is met by that defensive front and then pulled back by Gracial.
He's
2nd and 9. Reed gets the ball out quickly to Craver, and Craver able to split defenders, but will be just short of that line in game. 3rd and short.
Well, it was a good job there. I thought that.
Defeated and on course for the SEC championship game. Owens breaks free. Hey, Ruben, put a nail in it here at Mizzou. A 57-yard touchdown run.
And just a great job at the point of attack. In the run game, you never see them bust like that.
And just like that. Off the hop, Jones on the return.
Really impressed with Texas A&M's defense all season long, especially bench. But look what the impact transfers have done today. 4 tackles for loss.
Zollers takes a shot downfield as he was looking for Johnson. It's just an flag comes down. It's an incredible amount of talent that I think very few programs.
Defense, number 2, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Very few programs could even acquire in recent years. And now you
Green to find Cassius Howell, who's not just a guy. I mean, he's an impact player.
Zollers downfield again into double coverage, incomplete, looking for a Lubade, and one of our officials was knocked over. Good to see him. Hardy takes it past midfield and is able to pull defenders ahead for a Mizzou 1st down. Zollers. It was juggled and incomplete as Joshua Manning couldn't secure it.
I mean, the velocity is go his way, but some valuable opportunities coming up here on the horizon.
Here's Hardy. Look at Hardy. Ahmad Hardy into the end zone. And with his recent runs, over 1,000 yards rushing this season, back-to-back seasons, a 45-yard touchdown by Hardy.
40. If he gets in the 2nd level, and he can run away from it.
Higher adds the extra point. So Jamal Roberts back to a 14-point margin here with under 7 minutes to play. Flag will come out with that kickoff. And this 4th quarter, it's interesting. In this 2nd half, we've had Ruben Owens as he cuts back, and Owens is right back to work, and that's 10.5 yards and moves the chains.
I think the biggest key for Texas A&M, if they
in a game to do just that. 6 minutes to go with a 2-touchdown lead. E.J. Smith turns the corner, and E.J. Smith will have another 1st down. So here is the offensive line. Here is the depth at running back to try to put this game away. The SEC. Here's Reed now keeping himself, and he just dives ahead. And will lose a couple of yards there as Newsom all year long. And you can tell they are locked in. Reed on 2nd and 12. Look at Marcel Reed. 1 cut, and all of a sudden, A&M is inside the 15 with another 1st down.
And a great job by Nabu in the SEC, having a big one.
28-yard run. Ruben Owens, who had the 57-yard run earlier in this 4th quarter on the carry to the 10-yard line, as we will go under 4 minutes to play.
Season ago.
Calvin Klein and Mike Elko would agree with you, especially the leadership of Marcel Reed, as you see the tough run by Ruben Owens down to the 1-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal. We sat with the coaching staff the number 10. Owens right into the end zone. You put the spotlight on that offensive line. It was the time on the clock to have the run game and offensive line put it away, and that's what they just did.
All Missouri inside it and just marched it down the field. You've got to be able to close out games in the regular season. If you go to Notre Dame and you go to LSU here at Missouri, if they go to Texas and get that win, nobody else is doing that. From a scheduling standpoint, yes.
That's a live ball. Texas A&M.
Yeah.
That is a live ball on a kickoff.
The ball was muffed by the receiving team, recovered by the offensive spot. First down, Texas A&M.
It was Jamal Roberts at running back who tried to field that thing. And
now 2.5 minutes to play as E.J. Smith will get to work.
So to your point earlier, I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the college football playoff rankings.
He has 6 touchdowns on the year, and he'll be going up against LSU in prime time in a bit. New quarterback in for A&M as Marcel Reed has finished off his day is Miles O'Neill, who grew up along the Massachusetts North Shore, a place better known for fried clam bellies than SEC quarterbacks.
Post for a touchdown.
Jamarian Morrow, freshman running back, will close things out. That kind of a day here in Como when the number 3 team undefeated comes in, and this is how you finish things up. Agreement on your MVP. Back row, Inc. As Mizzou has now lost 13 straight games against top 5 opponents.
6-0 in the SEC for the first time ever.
Jamal Roberts gave everything he could today as he takes the carry ahead.